Ted here with Go Team. I've been asked by a few students how you repair a 3/8 rubber airline when it gets chafed or cut in half. So I thought I'd give you a little demonstration how that works. Now I'm going to use my airboard where my fittings actually tie into my tractor protection valve. And you'll see right here I've got a fitting, and on this fitting it's got a slight pipe or nipple that comes out of this fitting, as well as an airline. In this airline also has a ferrule on it and a jam nut. They look just like this when they're brand new. So we've got a fitting, a jam nut, and a new ferrule. You'll notice on this ferrule that it's got a tapered end and a slightly tapered end. The tapered end is very important to figure out which end is which, because as we slide the jam nut on our hose, we slide it on the end of our hose and our ferrule as well. And then what we want to do is make sure that we push this onto the actual nipple, and we want to make sure that the long part of our ferrule, the long taper, goes into the fitting, not into the pressure nut, into the fitting. Once it goes into the fitting, we take our pressure nut and we tighten it down onto the fitting. With a 3/8 airline, normally the wrench size will be a 1-inch nut for the actual fitting, and a 1 1/16 inch wrench for the jam nut. Like so, 2 open-end wrenches, a 1-inch and a 1 1/16. Hold the end of the jam nut, take your 1 1/16, and just tighten the fitting down until it bottoms out onto the next fitting itself, like so. And then that hose is repaired. It's now pressurized onto that fitting and it will not come loose, as long as you put the ferrule the right way. Now all I did was put that onto this tractor protection valve, but if you were to have one broken in the center of an airline, you would use a fitting that has a nipple at both ends, 2 jam nuts and 2 ferrules. 1 hose on either side, the long taper into the fitting, the jam nut on top, tighten it down until it's tight, and then really torque it down with the wrenches. Same on the other side. And like I say, if it's a 3/8 hose with this type of fitting, normally, not always, normally, it's a 1-inch wrench for the fitting and an 1 1/16 wrench for the jam nut. If this type of thing interests you, please let me know in the comments below if you want to see more things like this. Have yourself a wonderful day.